Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Tonight, we kick off the preseason with a good matchup right out of the gate, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway in Allegiant Stadium. Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for up on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. So much for staying ahead of the chains with a 3 or 4 yard gain on first down. They move the chains with a nice little run.
Yeah, they're making the chain gang hustle a little bit to try and keep up, aren't they? Because a lot of the first series of games are scripted. Many times to probe and find some holes in the defense. Sometimes you attack with some big-time runs, too.
Right back to Jeanty on first down. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Second down and 8.
Let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thornton.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5. From the shotgun, O'Connell. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
This offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They picked up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Pass the 60, pass the 60. Go.
Here's O'Connell. That's caught offside by Hardman. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
When you're not, you're not. You know I'm hot. How many licks to the pepper gon' pop? Told my cap.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
Here we go, set.
They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he's over the line and for a Raider touchdown. Taysom Hill, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Makes the score Raiders 7.
the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Prescott from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That is caught. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, your defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On 1st down, it's Blue. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Prescott to throw it. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Raiders will have solid field position here as they take over at the 35-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Now O'Connell. Comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And they go play action here with O'Connell. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. And this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. Line of scrimmage to 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run up the middle here with Blue. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Quick throw complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. From 3 yards out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just a second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
They'll go again with Genty. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
70. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Packers 6. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Go.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Come on, come on. Set. 70 Timberwolves. Ready, ready?
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. A little tough on the secondary there. In zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. Send someone else, drop someone else out of the line. The old zone blitz could come into play to try and get that pressure on the quarterback.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's the third time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Ready?
A handoff for Warren. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Operating from the gun, Franklin. Looking middle, and that's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And third and 8 now.
4 brings up third and 8.
In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the gun on third down, Franklin. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a fourth down. Well played.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after getting up 6 the last time.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ready? 19 target, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Here's Milton now to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Ready?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Milton. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
You always worry about those small receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Get it. Bronco 80.
Milton. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Ready? Ready?
Here's Milton. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. Now Milton. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Malone. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all of that now.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to bring up second down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Come on. Set. 70 Lions.
Throwing is Milton. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Ready, set. Ready. Panther 60, Panther 60.
To throw, it's Milton. That's caught, it's Malone. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
But they've certainly not shied away from throwing the football. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is now 14-10. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback. And it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Cougar 19.
Off play action, Franklin. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
60 by 6. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Franklin. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot. As he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. And that one will fall incomplete. The clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
19.
Operating from the gun, Franklin. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Looking to throw, Franklin. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45. They'll run on first down. It's Phillips. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Phillips. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points.
A 60-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
79 Broncos. Come on. Set. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Throwing to start the drive. Milton. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. There goes a gain of 4. And it'll be second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
Ready. Liking 18. Sixty Maverick. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Milton. Open man, there is Malone. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 49-yard line.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a second and 7.
Red. 60 Eagles.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Levi Onwuzurike charging in and finishing off the sack. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Cup 19, go!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on the other side. We forced a punt. Now let's go down the field and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half. Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Second and 6.
Let's go now. I got it. Cougar 19.
First carry of the game for Zamir White. Broke through some contact, but ultimately only able to get to his own 20. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Cougar, let's go. Gravity Lions. Ready.
Back to throw. Franklin. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Nice throw there by the 4th-round pick. And he earns these guys a first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hawk 70.
Looking to throw. Franklin. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 3.
Come on. Set. Hawk 19, Charger. 19, Charger. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Franklin. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
Back to throw again. Well, that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be 2nd down.
brings up
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Ready? Liking 18.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. 12 yards there as they move to James.
Got it. Ready? Here we go. Here we go. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there at second down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Go. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
70 Timberwolves. Mustang 19.
Operating from the gun. Franklin. A hit as he throws there. Incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The kick by Carlson is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Milton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Across midfield. And he'll be taken down at the 26. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
Another big play right there. And this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 26-yard line.
Gravity Lions.
Brown the motion man right. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Ready.
On the give, it's Warren. And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Come on. Hey, Cowboy 80. Ready.
Here's a 2nd and 7. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And he's taken down inside the 30. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Check the lane like a game of chess. You want to be better, practice.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports.
Cougar 19. Ready.
The quick throw complete into the flat out left. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Running left, it's Warren. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try to find some targets in the open field, downfield.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7.
Panther 60. Ready.
Off the play fake. Franklin. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Nico Hardman, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Will face an important 2-point conversion attempt here.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football. High percentage throwers. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Second and 9.
60 average. 60. Tag. Purple 80.
Looking to throw. Milton. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9.
19 Cardinals. Mustang 19.
Back to throw. Milton. That is caught. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Phillips. He was unable to shake free there, then covering for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
38-yard line, second and 11.
70, hot 70.
Looking to throw. Milton. He finds his man, complete. It's Malone. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. On first down, Phillips. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. We'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff will put this offense in precarious position. You know the security point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
60 Bobcats! 60 Bobcats!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And now offensively it's third and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Back to throw. Milton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to hold that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Pass to 60. Pass to 60. Go.
Looking to throw. Milton. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start things here with a handoff to White. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play in the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 8.
Here we go. Set. Back all 80.
Back to throw. Franklin. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense, but when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter, you got to feel pretty good as a defense.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8.
Cowboy 80.
Looking to throw. Franklin. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A short gain that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. Stuff to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Ready?
Back to throw. Franklin. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
70 Timberwolves.
Back to throw. Short throw, that's hauled in by Mayer. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Know your worth. My actions been louder than my words. How you sold, but still sold on the earth. Wanna do it, we can do it.
Here's 1st down.
Let's go. Viking 18. Go.
He'll look to throw. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
12 yards between them and the end zone. 2nd and 10.
Cougar 19.
He's back to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Raiders. Michael Mayer. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have taken a 4th quarter lead. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Cowboys 24.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot it. It's incomplete.
You're not going to get many better opportunities than that to take the lead in the 4th quarter. He's got a man wide open. But, oh, my goodness, just too much air under the ball, and he knew it right away.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Here you go, set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Aguilar. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Operating from the gun, Harper. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Off-play action, Harper. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Levi Onwuzurike in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Harper. He finds his man, complete. That's Aguilar. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner. Watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Harper. He finds his man, complete. That's Malone. Here's our 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
And they're down to 17 seconds now here after the spike.
Ready?
A lot on the line here, even for just a preseason game. Jobs to be won and lost. It's third down.
Number 33, the ball.
And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Two. 60 vices. 60 vices.
The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Celebration time tonight on the Strip as we say so long from Las Vegas.